Hello YouTube, I'm Quantem and welcome to my walkthrough of Arkham Asylum. This is the second of two videos to show how to go through Arkham Mansion. We start the video right after the stealth challenge in the big library before getting the Riddler's clues. Once you get rid of all the bad guys, and you can do this after freeing the guys that are tied up, just find the two grates in the wall. One's by the glowing security gate you can't get through, and another one is just to the right of that, and you can grab the two Riddler clues that are in this room. The exit to the building is right across from the security gate. You can't close out just yet. Now, you take the stairs and just find the air vent and work your way through it. Here, you want to make sure to get the circles in good view, and just after grabbing the teeth. After grabbing the black mask clue, you just work your way back out, and you just ply your way through these 4 or 5 guys. You actually end up going back to the other library section. Once you got the formula, you work your way back out, and this is probably the most annoying part for me, because you can't run through this particular part. It's just long. All you can do is work your way through it as best you can. There are no bad guys, so just keep on walking and kind of enjoy the background. So once you can move again, you just continue working your way through the door, and you enter the next
There's something wrong with it.
Scarecrow challenge.
And listen, son, call me Jim.
What I like about these Scarecrow challenges is not only are they interesting, but you can actually look at them and kind of see what Batman is actually doing. Like in this part, I'm pretty sure he actually just like circles the bell tower basically and manages to climb it, but not really what he's doing. You can only picture him like stopping behind a pillar when there's nothing actually there. So on this section, when you get to the point where these boxes, you just hit them with your grapple gun. You can aim at them and just gank. And running in between each one. The sweep is really pretty fast, so you gotta time it pretty good. And here's your first encounter with skeletons. They fight like anything else, it's just that they go down significantly easier. And again, in this, with all Scarecrow challenges, avoid his gaze, and you're just really timing your gaze in between each, section.
Your mind will shatter like glass.
I could have gone there, just kept on running, but I chose not to for whatever reason.
What are you trying to do?
Here's a good example of, I keep getting hit and kind of pinballed around, and so I back up and just let them and regroup myself. A lot of times in this game I find it necessary because you just kind of get stuck into like a pattern that's hard to get out of. And so to me it's a simple way of doing it. Or kind of resetting what's centered, as it were. This part coming up. This has always been tricky with me. When I first was playing, I thought I kind of did everything at once, where you time it, you jump across the time between the gaze and the pendulum. You really don't need to. Once the gaze is gone, just jump across, wait for the pendulum to cross, and then jump across there. And what's the simpler way? So basically, just don't hurry when you do this part. Timing, like in so much in this game, is really everything. Now, once you get the bat signal, you show up back in a room where this is actually probably one of the cooler sections, I think. And you find yourself in a bell tower. Once you, all you gotta do, actually, you know what, I'll show you.
I see you, Batman.
And the bell tower. Only Batman can get into a bell tower that's completely locked. And all you gotta do is throw a batarang at the rope to cut it. And it lets you into the last section. And here we have the first introduction to this cattle prod trooper, I guess you could call him. The trick about these guys is that you cannot attack them from the front. You have to, even if you stun them, they're still going to zap you. So you want to always jump over them and then hit them from behind. It does take a little practice, but they're usually not a lot of them. So after grabbing the Catwoman clue and knocking this guy out. You work your way back in. You work your way into the mayor's, the warden's office, and where you take on Zaz again. And this is just a matter of waiting for him to her to jerk away to free up his space so you can throw a batarang at him. It takes some timing, but it's not too hard. After the explosion and Batman getting back up, you have your first. See right there. That's what happens when you hit a shock trooper when he's facing you. You have your first real fight against a group of these guys. Now, I happened to fight him on the stairs for pretty much the first time ever playing this game. And actually, there's a little glitch that's actually ends up being pretty funny, and the fact that I may have, like right here, see, I kick him, I get the slow motion, finish, the fight's over, but apparently the computer didn't connect, so I still have to do a ground pound. It's the first time that's ever happened. It's pretty funny to me. So after you do that, you set up the detective mode, and you scan the what's left of the warden's staff. And then grabbing the secret map and the ventriloquist dummy, you can finally get out of the mansion. Right where I sprayed, there is a secret room that only appears when you've beaten the game. So if you ever, when you beat the game, come back here, and basically what's in there is pretty cool. It's like an Easter egg thing where it shows like his plans for Arkham City, which is a game coming out in October 18th of this year. So here we go. Just work our way back to the main room, and there's a little tiny, like with three guys, it makes it a little tricky but you go to the front of the map and just take them out one at a time. You do it quick enough, the fact that their collars are going off doesn't make a big difference. But once you got all 1, 2, and 3, just work your way back out, and that's it. And after this, you're going over to the penitentiary. You'll notice that I have an upgrade that I actually keep for halfway through the penitentiary when you get the sequencer. If you like this, subscribe.